What is he walking a?
Oh, bug spray, probably, right?
Yeah. It's like their team COVID RX or something they said.
Oh. Oh, that's right. Someone,
For a second, just in his room, waving, man.
yeah. Yeah, I thought someone today, like, an hour before.
Yeah,
they were supposed
apparently
to leave.
it's Jing. I think Devi, Forsaken, and Jing all have COVID. So their coach and 2 players, or 3 players?
A good self bump.
Wait, is there only 2 people on stage? Yeah, there's only 2.
And
And one of them's wearing some scrubs.
But why not just have...
I want him to play with that the whole series. Spray
At that point, do you just keep them all?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Like certainly you don't risk that the other 2 don't have it if 3 of them have it, right?
I love
Right.
PRX. I'm a PRX enjoyer.
Apparently it's the 3 players and their coach all have COVID. Certainly, I keep them all off stage at that point. It's not worth the risk for sure.
Yeah.
They finally got it off.
So is there a
Do you
manager?
think it's an
Yeah.
advantage
They're ready to go in this.
to play from your hotel room as
Yeah,
opposed
of course,
to
of course. And of
on
course,
stage?
for those of you guys who may
I
not
think
be aware, you know, 3
maybe
players had tested
a
positive,
little
so
bit.
they're playing in
You don't have the
isolated,
stress
locations.
factor of like
So that is the
you
reason
know,
why you didn't see them in the
game day
walkout.
stuff,
But, you know, this
walking
has
on the
been something,
stage.
that has kind of followed PRX.
You know, it's like it's definitely a different
Right,
environment.
you know, it happened before for
No
seconds,
fist
yet to be able to
bumps.
play on the stage. But it
because
hasn't really
I don't know the
affected
ping thing.
his game
For
plan.
sure, they're not playing on
He's been
Wi-Fi.
nasty.
They're going to be
Yeah,
hard
I mean,
line because
you
they had
may
those
still be at your
setups
hotel, but
even
you
for
can
us.
see the
Yeah.
smiles are there. You're talking
But-
to your teammates over TeamSpeak, making sure you're keeping the comms up.
The
I
thing
think
is,
for an
at least
aggressive
there's no
teaming-
audience, so it's not like there's that much pressure at least on stage.
Yeah, but you know it gets really cold sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
brick cold. So I imagine like not having to deal with any of that stuff.
This is not
Because like for you, it was the light.
This
Remember
list of
how
over
annoying the
5
light
years
was?
to this tournament,
Yeah.
These 2 teams would be up there.
At least top 3.
These 2 teams would absolutely
Bro,
be
you gonna
up
say
there.
Leviathan would be right up there?
Oh, for sure.
There we
You
go.
know,
I think they
those
are
guys
playing in a
can't
hotel
control
room
their
or
game. They
something,
just
or like
hang
a
around
separate
the-
room,
the
and they just
hotel
have like
room.
a
They were great.
like
I mean, they were
a
just
it's like a
vibing.
screen they
It
put
was great
on
to actually
so
see
that it
that
looks
team
like
come out and
they're
celebrate
not
just be
in their
excited
hotel
about
room.
what
Like
they
they just have a
accomplished.
jersey and
You know,
their
now,
setup.
I mean,
And it
this
could
is
just be like
different dynamic,
a
though, Bren,
board
right?
or
Because,
something, I don't
now
know.
we're going into
Pick some
Prime Gaming
bands on.
Ages, like, let's see what we're going to play. But it is just going to be weird, like 2 players on stage, 3 of your teammates just going to be in voice.
Who are you watching with? So
Band
this
Bren.
is
Band
Frost,
Bren.
aka Hector.
Fnatic pick a
He
side.
was
Maybe
the
Fine.
he was the coach
Band
of
Bren.
100 Thieves
PRX
up
band.
until
Oh.
like the end of last year.
Similar comp to what they did before.
So pretty much
There is a
almost
switch
my
up.
entire time on 100
Playing
Thieves, he was
Sage,
the
and I
coach.
think this makes a ton of sense with the way the PRX love to play Ascent. As a map, Forsaken is one
That
that
is
takes a lot of
interesting.
liberties with lurks.
Wow.
The Sage
You just
wall
got
doesn't get
randomly
broken in time,
lower.
it repeats that, it stops him from doing
And it's
so.
very hard for me to get your volume right when you keep changing your volume of your mic.
I'm not. I literally haven't even done anything.
Okay. That sounds normal.
Yeah, I probably changed my
like
my voice. I was speaking more
Yeah, you got, now you're quiet, I think, yeah.
All right, well, with that said, it is now time to
shot.
send it over to our casters. It's the
All right.
You're trolling,
I'll
I
make sure to
think.
speak like this the whole time. Come
Okay.
on, bro. You know me better than that.
Okay.
Mitch
I'm
Man
sorry.
and Tom, take it away.
Thank you so much.
Are you allowed to listen to music on stage?
No,
No.
no.
He normally says
The
British
half
guy.
So
British
Fnatic did is
You don't
duo.
have
basically
internet.
like we like bind. We know you're gonna pick it.
Well,
This is the
Tom,
Josh
diving into this
Nissan
one, Alpha,
way to ban.
first
It's
time
like,
we're gonna
all
see
right,
the Sage on
we'll
this
give you your
roster
best map
before,
because we're good on it.
other
You'll
than
pick
that,
it.
We're going pretty
and
much
then
to the
we'll pick
regular
last map.
system. I'm really excited to see
Yeah.
what's going
Well,
on.
that's the thing. Fnatic always
they got
lose
Haven.
to FPX on this map. It's happened
Sure.
a couple of times. So what they've done is they've
Ah.
looked at FPX's comp.
What-
and they've
what
got
is the
that
maps?
comp
Ascent,
pretty
Bind,
cool.
Haven?
I'm going to take that,
Yeah.
and I'm going to have Althea play
But
that agent
I-
instead.
I think
You
this is
know
a
what?
clear advantage for
I don't
Fnatic,
mind it. It's a
so-
nice switch. I think it's one that he can
Very
Going to
still
pistol.
pop off on, and wow, we are
Yeah.
right into the pistol.
PRX is already Russian.
You were saying earlier, we've already
Yeah,
seen him
man.
play
Just
this
kidding.
agent in the past, right? Just not on this roster. So
Yeah.
certainly no questions have come for
Yeah,
ground on the
Sage.
agent itself. Starting out, this is a risk to
It's
knock
not
out
played
all
by
the
Boaster,
forces
though.
dive
You
right
remember
from
last
top
year it
of
was
the
all
platform,
Boaster
top of
playing
the wall,
Sage?
and Cause some trouble. They've
Huh.
managed to tear it open. PRX continuing
Ah,
on with
and
the
Alpha Jar's not
actions,
playing
the
Killjoy.
anchor,
Okay.
allowing that TP back out of Forsaken.
How do you
This
say
is,
his name?
Quite a bit of damage
Do you
on
know?
that initial fight.
I do not. I'll just say Alpha Jar just because I'm English, but
Yeah, okay. I just call him Alpha because everyone says you say it wrong if you say it any other way.
Alpha Yar. Yeah,
Alpha
you could use
year,
that too.
Alpha
I guess.
year or something.
Oh well, I'll just say Alpha then.
Yeah, they might have heard three
Ain't nobody got
players
time for
shoot
this.
at that.
So
Certainly about to face the
I'm very
contact.
confident that I think Fnatic picked. Like I think this is not a random comp, but this is a comp to counter them.
Still decent damage. Boaster tries to
Think
follow
so?
up and actually
Yeah,
gets out
for sure.
free. 2 kills and they reset completely.
looks
Bankai has
pretty
there's no
decided
Killjoy,
to
there.
right?
But the players, they're not obliged.
But I'm
to
pretty
go
sure
back.
Alpha plays
Fake
Killjoy a lot.
steps all the way. Actually, it seems they have an idea. He
Right,
could
so
use
why
those,
would you
so-
they're being
why would
very
you not run a
vigilant about
Killjoy
that
against them? Is it
I
for the
thought
KO
Frosty was
or?
thinking they were just gonna run straight past them,
No,
like,
I
no,
think it's
please.
just if you play Raze can just bypass all her stuff. I don't know if I can curse or not, all her stuff. And I think in general, other teams in the Philippines or whatever, or sorry, in APAC,
Yeah.
play like against that character pretty well because they play them as well. So like I imagine it's more just like you know an
That was funny,
adjustment
at least.
I do like the idea.
to what they think they're gonna
Obviously,
do.
the initial fights
Boom.
went
Well, the
massively
question I
in
have
favor of
is,
Fnatic, and that double kill just
I have
seals
my
not
own
so
thoughts
much
on
on
it,
the
and
PRX
everyone I've
side,
watched
but I
Party or
do like
talked
that
to,
Bankai took
even like
it, and
Redgar and
waiting for the
Nats.
contact on short. It's when those players are running
Why
up
do
and
you
making
think
all that noise that
these
Bankai
teams
slips his way into
are
spawn, and that
running
was the exact
single,
second
like,
that
sorry,
Mystic could
zero
come back,
duelists?
because Fnatic did a really
Because
good
Chamber's
job of
broken.
establishing new front
Right,
lines. They had a
but
player on B,
you
one
keep
in
seeing
spawn,
what
and then
these
obviously the two
triple
players towards the A site that
initiators,
were resetting to control the map. But once Short
they
was under
can't
threat,
win
they
rounds
had
on
to leave
attack.
that
Like
spawn
Fnatic's
open. That
attack
low gap
comp on
exploited, and
Icebox
we're already seeing
was
that
terrible
with
for
the
attack.
pistols, which should be fun as we go
But
through.
do they just value, like, they just play for CT side or what?
Yeah.
Maybe this headhunter
We talked
chance
about doing that too. I mean, in general though,
Why is
I
the
think the
stream so
idea
white?
is
What do you mean?
Chamber's so broken, he should be able to open up the round, but you're right, it doesn't give you the speed or the flexibility when you don't have a duelist. Because that's what they're inherently good at, disrupting timings and like the flow of games because they can like, you know,
It
Makes
seems like
space
they
so
have
fast.
like these comps. It's just default until 20 seconds, and then have one really big execute where you have every
Right.
ability, and if
Yep.
you get stopped, you lose. And then it's
yep,
like,
it's
okay,
a
well,
util dump.
we'll go
Yeah, but
again.
that's been the European game for a long time. It's interesting that APAC teams have started to do that. Like even Team Seeker started adding like triple initiator comps. and
Can we
stuff.
lower the casters? I think it's good.
I'm
like
not a
this.
fan of it on a personal level, because I still think personally, Neon is playing a different game.
You can always check top left to see who's mapped.
Neon
it
was
is.
like what Jet
This
was
is,
the first year of the
Fnatic's
game.
pick.
Obviously Vandal on Alpha.
Even though I didn't understand it then.
So
So I would still prioritize having a duelist.
Yeah, it's funny to me that a lot of these regions too, even Europe, are playing Astra on maps, and you don't see Astra at all in NA really.
Speed, she stops speed.
How did that not see Durka?
I guess if you're playing a triple, if you're playing against a triple initiator comp, Astra's actually probably sick.
Yeah.
But if
They
you're
can't play
playing like
fast.
a Neon Yoru, it's probably kind of bad.
Yeah, because she can just Neon. Her speed and the pace at which she plays is unlike anything else.
Lower
It's like
his
way,
volume? I
it's
think it's
worse
good
than the
like this, dude.
best version of Jet.
Dang.
That's the B site completely
It's unreal, actually.
Got a lurk in mid as well if there's any rotation through there, and Mystic is slowly walking to what seems like his demise.
I will say though, I am
For Mike
surprised
Creek, and while it gives both
that
sides an
there's no
opportunity
Omen,
to try and clear this last man out.
though,
There you
because
go.
I feel like this is
There's at
Omen's
least
one of his
cost in
best
the bonus
maps.
round, but ultimately, PRX have kept this
Yeah.
And I wouldn't consider Fnatic like overly like fast. Like they're not like, you know, Leviathan or
It's funny that you don't really see the Omens work mid like they used to.
why?
think that
I
was,
know.
like, always good.
It's still busted right now. Anderson does it all the time. It's so good. Like
I feel like it is good, and
It's
people
broken.
people are just afraid of dying as Omen because then you just don't have smokes.
That's the thing. They have short. They already cleared the window.
But I
and
mean,
when he
in
was
general,
back up, they'd
though,
already heard him close the
like,
door, so it's like he's in the
I think smoke. Like if you think of A side, if you're rushing A side, a smoke heaven isn't good anymore. That was good for a time. Players are so good now. They
Maybe it's
pre-aim
just
those
Chamber-
spots.
Well,
Like,
it's also just Chamber is never like holding the heaven line usually. And
Yeah.
if you give him a smoke, he peeks at you at a weird angle that you're not pre-aiming, so it's just weird.
Right, like it gives them advantage. So why are smokes valuable now? They shouldn't be, which makes Omen's value even higher.
It's for the
Because it's like,
door, right?
yeah.
But then on that logic, why would you play Omen when you could play Brim and get a stim pack or a Molly?
Because Omen can bypass trips. Like, basically, think of it this way. Like, a lot of teams cheat off of mid. It doesn't matter where you put Omen. He can bypass basically all the gaps on defense as long as your information is good and you kind of have an idea as to what the setup is.
And I think that's why
but you can't really. I mean, you can't really do it silently. If you TP, they hear you and they know.
Right. By the time they have to transition out, there's a new gap, right? Like if you think of the market guy, if you TP past the market guy and you're CT, it pulls the guarding guy back, right? So now you have two people closing in on that one guy.
It's more like
if you hit at the same time.
If Omen TPs to gate and dies to a guy in spawn from A, that's when your team goes cat. And the contrary, if the same thing happens and the guy from B kills him, then you just go B.
Right. Like you just have to almost prepare in your homework. The analysis has to be like,
dude,
where is their formation at like X minutes? So say it's like at 1 minute, right? And you just hit the timing. You go where their trips normally, blah, 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 blah. You find the timing, and it doesn't matter if that guy dies, because remember, a 4v5 post plant is still good for the attackers because the bomb becomes a health bar because of time. It becomes a player. So it's like people don't really think of it that way, but in reality, it's like all you have to do is delay long enough. You don't have to kill 5 people.
Did you see that result?
Yeah. Unlucky. I don't know how he didn't get the kill behind the box. That is so troll.
I don't know what it is about result. It's kind of bad, man. It's gotten worse and worse and worse, and now it's just like crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
far,
sometimes
but
even
how?
hitting them at
It
the
was
feet,
right next to him, man.
Like on bind, be long, if you're on defense, sometimes you can literally hit them, and it just won't kill them, and it's just like, what is this?
You're like, oh, well,
I don't know.
everybody must have rotated because Mind Freak's now leading the charge. It's the complete opposite. They're still holding to make sure that you're caught in their trap.
Dude, Mind Freak, no fear, man.
Filling in that space for Forsaken is something we'll see many times out of this guy. We talked about it, his neon aggression in the earlier.
I wonder if this is like a way that PRX prepared for Fnatic, is that they're not really playing super fast right now.
No. Yeah.
Maybe that's like their counter is.
Yeah.
We're gonna play
that's the
slow
best way to
default.
stop Sage. Yeah. Remember, we stopped playing Sage because what teams will do is they'll wait for the wall, they'll wait the 40 seconds, they'll make aggro somewhere else, then they'll hit the wall side.
Yeah.
Right?
That was what Optic always did to us. It was always hard to play against them.
Right. And it seems like this is a counter against the counter. These are just like high-level adjustments that both teams are making.
Yeah.
I'd be shocked, bro, if PRX knew they were going to pick Sage. This might be just the way they play against the character, and they're just like doing it, you know, like doing whatever protocols they have against Sage.
It seems Dirk is bought in the background. I'm very confused as to what's going down.
I mean, like I said, they wouldn't have known they were gonna play this comp though if they changed it for this.
Right.
So it's like they're countering the countering. It's like, all right, we see you counter our comp, but yeah, we're actually gonna change the way we play now, the style. Hector is loud. Should I turn Hector down?
It's
or
why
are we
these teams are good, and you know, this is Valorant at its best. Oh.
I'll put him down a little.
Did you see that flash? That was interesting. It was a double bounce on the floor.
I'll put him down a tiny bit. Okay, is that good?
Losing his mind.
It could also be the fact that
Okay, tiny bit down. No more complaining.
It's just like, does he want to go into
That's it for the complaints.
By the way, they're trolling you, Spencer. I have your chat open. They're trolling you. They're just being douchebags.
Okay.
There's enough people that are saying I'm fine that like it makes me think that they're just trying to be funny and trying to fuck with you. Don't let them.
Stop trolling, chat. What's wrong with y'all?
They've gone in towards the A side, and well, Dirk is now left in mid, op in hand, no shields, and an Odin for Enzo spraying away, finding nothing. Durka won't even get a chance to fire.
By the way, did you see Taco Lila yesterday? Leviathan's
This is a depressing round
chamber?
for Fnatic, Tom. They had their ideas for their
yes.
and their Odin, but
I saw all the way they play all their agents is just weird. I don't know if I've seen a worse tactical or looking pro Masters match than that match yesterday.
I'd agree with you. I'd agree with you.
And those are the top seeds from the two regions, dude.
Well, but you know those are not the top teams.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Come on. Like, I'm not trying to throw flame, but you know one team I'm talking about. Come on, bro. They're lucky that like, you know, we got in our own way, right? Because they're now number 2. Get out of here. Stop. though. But Taco Lila, Kez, and Torify. Torify, you know Torify. He was part of our practice squad back in the summer, remember?
Yeah.
Those are the best 3 players in
Do you think Fade is better than Soba and Ascent?
yeah. Like those guys literally can take over games. It's
It seems like
ridiculous.
It seems like teams that run Fade play Raze, and teams that play
The 2
Soba
players
play
that I think you'll enjoy, so I think Pancada is one of the best players in the world nobody talks about. If you ever get a chance to look at him, he's like on Ascent or whatever, Lau plays Omen. He's the Omen, he plays Cat. He plays a position that even Nitro didn't like.
Yeah.
And Taco Lila. Like, if you get to watch them more, you should. Those guys are legit, dude.
Okay, I want to pick a map that I don't think they're that good on. Picking into Ascent and getting slammed.
Who are you watching with? It's Frost, who was our old coach on 100 Thieves
We're gonna try and give this a go.
when I was a pro.
That's exactly it. I was actually going through.
You have a favorite team to watch?
13-4 against Guild.
Because you've been watching
PRX?
every series.
Yeah, PRX.
Yeah. Nice.
I don't really like this comp they're playing because it feels like they're trying to play a slow EU style. But when they play like their Neon, their Yoru, like
Yeah.
I don't think he's played Yoru yet, but they're just way more fun to me than watching, you know, like FPX and Fnatic play and it's going into 20 seconds and it's just
Yeah.
cringe.
Yeah.
It seemed like PRX has taken B control like pretty much for free every round. That last round, they like pop flashed in, killed one, and Dirk had a TP out.
Yeah, that's the one thing Sage doesn't do very well. It's kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, in a very aggressive position. You can actually see the early utility use from PRX as well. Is expecting him to be.
PRX has a strong Ascent though, so they should have known. Because I'm pretty sure they like 13-3 Guild on this map too. So.
This is a lineup
nasty.
almost.
This is nasty, yeah.
Now trying to retrieve that extra weaponry, and Enzo has done just that. So maybe something a little extra.
Yo, he's feeling it. Dry crouch peek.
I mean, he found it. The timing.
Yeah, he did. Yo.
Huge space taking,
Oh, shit,
huge damage.
that was nice.
Enzo down low.
So that wall game of protection, he backs back out. That's you can tell that's practice. That's really good. Wow.
Fnatic, they didn't rotate.
That's actually crazy. The double satchel past the wall and then coming back through and crunching through the wall. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so good.
Why didn't we do that, Hector?
Because I wasn't smart enough to find that, but I found other stuff that was good. But yeah, that's a little too creative, I think, for even me. Holy.
He has a trap to cover them pushing through.
That's so impressive,
right
man.
Back, but this site is
Man,
still stacked up.
the amount of times we've seen VC teams go B super late and just basically run out of time because the other, like, it seems like every defense Ascent team just tunnels backside. They're bunkered. Like they have 2 guys backside and like another guy's site. Like that round. And it's like there's not enough time to go back, so they're literally just losing the round.
This time they gamble.
Yeah.
They go,
It's hard. Didn't you like to retake B over A? Like I feel like most players on our team back then did not like to retake A. They would prefer to like play retake B. I'm surprised that it's been different this tournament, where it seems like everyone bunkers B and they give up A.
No, that's how it kind of develops. Oh, that guy's mad. Oh,
Yeah,
he's
he is.
pissed.
For any team in the world is no.
Yeah.
That was not optimal.
Unlucko,
I
bucko.
don't know, watching it back, if Alpha actually realized.
Oh, that guy's
the
pissed,
skill
man.
past him, or if he just
That is a
went there
lot of util at the
planting.
start of the
Where are they
round
planting?
for
Hey, bud. Guys,
literally
planting,
no
hey?
control.
What's
Look at the
going on?
race.
How you doing?
How did you get
What?
there?
He still makes it to 1.
To stop you doing that.
Did
Can't let you
nothing.
do that, sir.
Oh, he saw
That
him
was
though.
3
Wait, no,
pieces
he
of
saw him there,
util.
though.
And he doesn't
Yeah, but
know.
still though, that's 3 pieces of util. Bro, it's chamber. He can TP out. Like, what?
I'm gonna say,
Sure,
yeah,
he's
how do you
there.
stop it?
Like you can't. Like, wow, that is 3 pieces of util they don't have, and they walk on site. Bro, what is this? There's no way.
Oh my god.
They throw massive util. They don't do anything A. Your chambers in wine. What do? You should be playing heavy A. Sorry, right? That should
Wait,
be
look at
short
this
side.
wall,
I mean
though.
B. Sorry. Yeah.
Wall.
Well, he just didn't
Oh,
want to
he
get
got
flooded.
none.
Yeah, he's just baiting. He's just basically trying to buy time. They don't care. They're gonna break
So
it and
that
kill him.
Prowler
Wow.
was breaking the wall. The wall broke. Forsaken went around
I think
the
that's
other
horrible
side. I don't know
defense,
if there
to
was
be
a gap
honest.
that wasn't
I
checked.
thought
They
it
got a
was
guy
cool.
one
Wall
that can
breaking
TP out.
drew the
They wasted a
attention,
bunch
but
of
either way,
util. They
those
definitely should be
304
playing B
HP,
strong side there and not let them
27
walk
for
on
Mystic.
site.
It's 'cause-
Forsaken walked
Fair
up
to
all
say
the way to
Dirk is
stairs.
gonna have to do the heavy lifting on this one. He's at least found the first. That's Forsaken down.
Dude, imagine instead of doing that this wall like this, he just walls one of the doors and then just posts on the other. 'Cause they have to kill how many panels of that one wall. That could be good though.
Yeah, you're right. Like he does a little slant, so you have to break like 2 or 3 walls. Yeah, that's actually pretty nice. That's a good idea actually. And then he slows the like the walkway on the other side. Yeah. And then what the fuck are they gonna do? They can't really peek him. I mean, they can try.
Because it is slightly ridiculous. Just go, this is my boathouse. You're not coming in here.
That's crazy.
I don't know. But it did buy them an extra little bit of time.
I mean, excellent round by PRX, I guess, but I really think it was bad defense.
The wall didn't even block the other door even a little.
Oh,
giant gap.
Hey, I'm just gonna try and pressure you. He got a lot done. It was only down to that.
Surely we don't swing lane like that.
I feel like they don't break it, right? You just let him sit there and you I mean,
you saw how quickly
no, hold on.
No, you have to.
No. He's baiting. Yeah, that's right. He's baiting for his teammates to flood in VCT. You're right.
You're right. Was able to TP out, set up with Mystic, and again that duel was found last round.
Jing? Question mark.
Overheating.
Yeah, Jing. Hello.
Oh my god.
Forsaken trying to take space elsewhere is caught by that double push out of Fnatic.
A lot of one-on-ones and no TP out, by the way.
They stall out. 3 versus 5. No real map control.
Oh yeah, Forsaken died too.
Yep. He took another one-on-one.
Boaster.
So they get the kill on Raze. Immediately, Fnatic peek B main, and it's like a one-on-one duel. So technically speaking, Fnatic could have screwed themselves because if Forsaken wins that, it's another walk on site with one guy backside.
Yeah,
he's camping.
Right.
He's actually camping.
But now it's just like, you have 50 seconds, you even go for this? I don't,
well,
their money's
look at the setup here, though.
good.
Why is Omen not in market? They have wine, right? So why not just play 3B?
They're scared of Cat.
Yeah, but like, I don't know.
I'd almost say...
I don't understand enough about their players, because obviously I'm not coaching them, so I don't know what their weaknesses are, but it just seems like bad defense.
Maybe they'd be better off just saving that, but I guess not.
I don't think Benkai expected to be peaking.
Because if you're wine side with the TP out and a KO...
I really like the way that... I feel like
it's a 5v4, right? So the math works out that you'll still have 2 guys, even at the worst, if they 4 rush out, even if they cat split, it's still 2 guys that complement each other well and can probably take one each, especially with KO's pop flash. So it's not like you're weak on A. And then on B, you have basically 2 guys on site, and you should have 1 guy market there. Instead, he's CT side basically by guarded. So they're playing A heavy, even though they have wine control. I don't see that often.
I mean, the thing is, I think it's just like the way that the game is going. PRX goes B a lot. It's either B or it's Cat. So even though they have cat control, they still don't want to give A. And they've also just been like playing the same way it seems like at A every round too. Like Chamber gets to wine, and then the KO is just close A main every round.
But the thing is though, his TP is to heaven, right? Yeah. So that means the KO is the only one in danger, and KO is good enough to pop flash to get 1, right? So no matter what, you're safe there. Even if KO doesn't get 1, it's still a 4v4, but you have heaven control. Like you have top side control.
Why'd the coach bring his own?
So now you just have to wait for 3 people to rotate. You probably have 2 people going up middle. You probably have 1 guy going backside towards garden.
Yeah.
And now that's a perfect retake, right? In theory.
Well, that's the thing.
Because the 2 people that are going middle can basically go backside and basically go through do their spawnish to go A main. And now you have basically heaven control, you have garden control, and you have 2 people going in their back.
Yeah.
That's like a worst case scenario for the attack, right? It's just interesting how they're playing, because I feel like it's like mathematically it's just like bad. See, like, and now look, and now they're playing 3, and now they're giving him mid. I mean, I still think he should be in market, because they'll have a triangle setup basically if he goes market.
The B split with the fade ult. Problem is, Fnac's just backside, just like always.
Right, that's why Omen should be market, because they have no support. I don't know, this is so weird. Oh no, PRX. What's going on?
Even with this awful ult, they still won the round. Oh
I don't understand. I feel dumb. I don't understand. I know Fnatic is good, so I just can't understand the reason yet. I have to like ask.
Leaving Mystic alone, and while financially not in the greatest of spots.
Will Jing get a single Raze ult kill this whole game?
He's managed to steal the ult.
Probably not.
Device blinded himself. I don't think he expected that to be the way the duel went, but.
All right, so you've always been good on defense. That's like, I mean, you basically were NA's hope. You were like one of the best anchors in CS, right? So
I think he'll take it.
explain something to me. Why is Omen in CT but not Market? If two guys are on
He's playing for the A. I don't think they knew they were going to be going B. I don't remember what happened at the start, if they were actually like prodding A or whatever, but it seems like they're just playing. They're playing to hold the guys in backside and keep spawn control. Because as long as you have two guys backside and they don't take spawn from you, you'll probably win the retake.
Yeah, but the problem is the PRX has a util comp. They're just gonna util dump you backside. Oh, Durka. Oh,
He's tried to be a little bit cheeky.
oh, that is not the guy you want getting hot anyway.
I guess for the majority of the map has been on the other side.
Oof.
I like
Why
it.
is Forsaken
I like
not TPing out?
I don't think he wants to, but I like the adjustment.
Yeah.
They say Durka go kill Forsaken, and so now they're battling B mid.
Yep, he's gonna give you one-on-one every round. Yep, instead of us losing, let's just win it. Yeah.
Because like you said, Forsaken is not TPing out. He's not even. He's just like wide swinging. And there's a round where they had a KO flash come in, but who's better, Forsaken or Durka? They think Durka must be.
I mean, I'd agree with that actually. So I mean, that's a very good adjustment. And yeah, he had wine control, but like he wasn't doing anything. He was just retaking every time. So yeah, it makes sense.
So he doesn't mind about being powerless. What timing from Mindfreak.
Oh, what timing!
Behind them in heaven. Alpha Year's the last alive.
Oof.
Man has got a res online though.
Damn.
Why is he going alone?
Maybe a chance.
You kind of just let your KO.
Apex level lurking right
I
there.
feel like you need to leave your chamber to
Fnatic with a great adjustment.
If he gets stuck,
and
he can TP out.
One
Nobody
gap.
else can.
Tree.
Not having any idea that he
Tree
would
to
be
guard
that
into
far
heaven.
forward. As I said,
Who
man,
would have
I feel
known?
like his lurks in this game so far
Unlucky.
have been the most impactful thing in this map, and he has Forsaken on his team. Like he has
Pretty
been
big.
unbelievable.
You know what's interesting too is PRX smoked Garden, and they walked up
through it.
Garden.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was so risky. Holy.
They wouldn't have expected it because they saw the smoke come too. That's why nobody even looked. They didn't even think about it.
Yep.
Is Frost? I don't think Frost is. I don't know what he's doing now.
He didn't read that handbook. He's
Oh.
right into the site.
You know what? Screw this. Let's just go. I respect the shit out of this though.
Maybe not.
I don't think
They've
they've
been playing
done.
slow.
I don't think they've
Yeah.
rushed A yet, and they get the site for free.
Right.
Just go into the site.
Yep.
That's where Jig
Look at Fnatic's vibe
Now we're gonna see the
as
close
well.
divide
Ooh.
actually
Oh, he's sending it.
locking him in under, trying to give him that extra little bit of space. Both still fighting within the
What
smoke,
an
and actually
ult.
What is
Jig
going
has gone
on?
down. Mystic being able to catch
He
him
went
out,
under Shroud.
smoking off the
What
glass.
an
They can
ult.
actually start getting on the diffuser.
The
They need to
balls
watch
on
out,
this
though.
guy.
Mindfreak is lurking
Oh,
in the
he
back
saw his head.
lines. You've seen the res already come through, and while Bankai is the only man standing, he's done a lot of damage onto the players, trying to get that
What is this
diffuser.
arrow?
Even manages to
Bolster
get the
won the
connection
round.
with Bolster. They're
Oh.
trying
Oh,
to
I haven't
pressure
seen
him,
that
and
lineup.
eventually they
Ooh, that
will.
was good. It goes over the
6-6 gone,
smoke.
and honestly, Mitch, I think that's exactly
Where did it
where
land
should
on?
be.
Yeah, neck and neck at the
Like
half.
like a light post thing, Majiggy.
Oh.
They've managed to
Yep.
string together a couple
Like
of
a bub with
rounds
the
here on
raises.
defense in the middle, and that's the lifeline that they needed, keeping them alive. In
Close
this
game
half.
at least.
Now we get to see
6-6.
their
Yeah,
attacks.
man.
And look,
Yeah.
you gotta remember, PaperX chose to start on
Crazy.
the attack side. That's the half that they wanted out of
Bolster
the way.
won the round.
and
The
they end up
TP
requesting
under
for our
Shroud.
analyst desk.
And
What a
to
guy.
stick it too.
Yep.
Man,
What?
I don't know if you think I'm a wizard or
The
something.
balls
but
on this
there's
guy.
no way I'm be able to answer that question. This is an
Yo,
insane game. This
crazy
is
play.
a genuinely amazing game that we're seeing between these two teams. And Bren, you know,
He's
already
second
out of
because
the
they were
gate,
fatal to him.
you're
They
just
couldn't
seeing
hear him.
What players like Forsaken are able to do. The amount of
He doesn't get a
No,
lot
they
of
heard
credit.
him.
He gets more
Because
known.
they
and
started. They
loved
came out and
for,
spammed it, so they heard him.
you know, his personality and like the funny things that he does. But I don't think he gets enough respect as an IGL or
No, yeah.
player.
The reason why that ult worked is because
That was so good.
they heard the ult, whether it was late or early, it doesn't matter. But they thought he was TPing on top of the boxes. So TPing on the bottom, I mean, you saw Forsaken go in the smoke and spam the top because it's so uncommon for an Omen just to ult on the, like, he's just ulting in the middle of nowhere, basically, in the open. So I think it was actually good. And, I mean, he actually claimed a lot of space back from him.
At a direct counter, and we saw some cool ideas. This wall in particular was something new that Alpha was showing us, and initially it was successful, right? You see that round there where the wall gets.
I don't know though.
Jing goes
I don't
into
know
site.
how
He's
Fnatic
isolated,
attack is
but
going to work
PaperX, they adapted
against a
off of
comp like
Yes,
this.
they made these adjustments.
If
When they
PRX
essentially
plays
say
their
it's 4v
normal
play,
way and they play
make the
super
play towards mid. With this
aggressive
final
on
clip here
their
that we have of
defense,
Durka, This is the round
I feel like
adjustments
Fnatic is just going to own
Fnatic
them.
made with their defensive protocol.
I agree.
And if Fnatic plays too slow, actually,
from PRX. And I love
they might get
the
owned.
battle between both of these teams because
True, but the thing is they're not playing your rules, and why that matters is Forsaken is able to guess right even when he's wrong. You know what I mean? Like he can TP the other side.
Right.
He doesn't have that ability. I mean, Chamber can TP far, but he can't just go from A to B.
Certainly he just does.
So,
I mean, the question is, do they play their Chamber to play mid control and just hold mid and go for aggressive, or is he playing like an extremity and just playing aggressive for a kill and TPing out?
He's typically an extremity player. He's not the mid control type.
Yeah.
So, from all the games I've watched, but I know which one you're talking about. The TP by Pizza or like mid into either A Heaven or like B.
Yeah, I just think
so
Fnatic is going to have a hard time getting out. Like their comp.
I agree with you. Yeah.
Especially PRX's comp for defense looks sick to hold a no duelist comp.
Right. I don't know if you agree with this, but
nade, suck.
the reason I still prefer Sova over Fade, which is why I'm surprised so many teams doing this, is because it doesn't deal with the op very well.
That's yeah.
So I feel like Durka, you know, he gets to be, I think, the guy that can just walk in and basically challenge for fights, and there's nothing people can do about it. Sure, you can dog, but
how many times do you have, like, you see like Optic have somebody with Ye to kill anything, like a dog, and then you just you think it's not an opper and it's just an op.
Yeah, man. Ooh, I'm afraid of that. That was a good shot.
Ooh, wait, that guy got in the spawn. They don't even know.
I know. No, they don't know.
Dude, it's actually so fortunate for PRX that Ducker only killed one there, though.
I know.
Wait, we're overheating. Wait, 1v1. Oh, me too. Kobe.
Oh my god, they threw!
Kobe!
Caught that nade. A nice nade from Jinx. I feel like they needed to put him down, but
no.
Huge mid hold. Like the fact is, he lets
Kobe
go past unintentionally.
Honestly, though, in fairness, I will say that was a great round by Fnatic. I think the unfortunate thing was that was really good defense because the guy rotated from Cat and caught him.
From down.
The fact that he was even there and didn't give Durka any time to continue to leak out was really impressive.
Yeah. I don't know how or why Boaster just ran past, because if Boaster would have killed the Omen,
right,
that Omen only probably killed 0, right? Instead of the 3 he got.
100.
But a bit hindsighty, but all good.
No, but it's true though. It's just like the same with Durka, right? Like if that guy doesn't rotate fast enough and Durka continues to go forward, he might get the kill. He gets the kill, it's like loss. Because now you have to count for him and
Boaster's playing Omen, yeah.
The bomb, like get out of here.
Boaster, Omen,
so you have to choose at that point. Do I try to figure out where they're gonna go plant, or do I find this one guy?
Don't go back to short. You don't know what you're walking back into, Fnatic. If you head in that direction, it's Forsaken with the Judge.
Yeah, these guys are
5-man walk up.
Little death ball.
Yep, they're a little scared. I don't blame them. I disagree with going up middle. They probably should be going up cat with this death ball, but unlucky.
Forsaken's got a Judge in his back pocket. Come to me, Papa.
Right.
Wait.
There's too many angles up mid if you're trying to do this with classics.
Oh my god, all the flashes.
Yep. Alright, now's where the game really starts.
Oh my god. Yeah. Just save rounds. The lost pistol, lost first gun, all good.
Yep.
I feel like the flash was definitely not the best that came out of the
What do you think? Hector, you would probably know more than I would. What are the chances of a team winning the half or the game when they go up 4-0? It's like they win pistol, they win the second round, they win their bonus, and they win the round after that. It's gotta be super high, right?
In the past, I have the analytics for that, I can tell you.
Yes, they are. And a flash up top as well.
Oh, they're not ready for this.
Fnatic not reading into the blast pack play. They've been caught off. And now that push comes through from
Oh no. Oh no. Oh my.
Already yielding a number of opening duels, a lot of damage to this team. 7 HP.
If they had a guy swing off cat there with that nade, because it kind of pushed them into the open, that would have been nice.
This is not an easy round now
The raise movement is just like yours, Hiko. Yeah, I got that nice movement, right? You don't gotta be nice. You can tell me my movement sucks.
I genuinely think there was a moment in his head where he was like, I could just run into their spawn with the Spectre, but instead...
This is why I think, this is why a PRX is fun to watch. Normally, on a bonus, you are playing passive, or you want to play aggressive and just get kills. PRX legit has like a strat.
With the 2-1 split. Look, keep going, keep going. You can't be scared now. You're down 1. Yep.
Can you refresh your stream? I think you're behind me a little bit.
I'm at 39, 38.
Yeah, you're like 10 seconds behind me. Just spacebar twice or pause and play.
Yep.
Wait. Bro.
Oh, I missed it. I refreshed.
It should be winnable from here now.
It was a 5v3 and now it's a 1v2. The swing of this game confused me so much sometimes.
True,
he missed the wall too. Do they know?
Yeah.
No way he knows.
They don't see the gap. I don't think they've spotted it yet. A chance for Forsaken. Down into the 1 versus 1.
I was watching it on YouTube. Should I watch it on Twitch?
Yeah, YouTube is actually very behind.
Sits within the boathouse. A chance for Forsaken. He picks up a rifle along the way as well. A bullet or 2 needed, but he's given away his position. Almost trying to bait him in, and eventually.
Okay, so I'll say this though: it was a 5v3, but I think Fnatic did everything right. They had a guy lurk up mid. They played 2 cat to show presence. The guy up mid gets basically the CT. Then the other 2 come, and then I refresh. But like that's kind of what you should do, right? Because the whole map is split anyway, so they're taking a split no matter what. Either on the left or the right side, they're choosing. All right, they broke the wall. I see this. Okay. Oh shit! They just won 2 duels. Oh, they caught the guy logs.
They just took ones. Like I don't know what it is about this game. It's not just PRX or Fnatic. Like the amount of ones you take and you throw the little rounds for these teams is insane.
Yep.
Dude, that is some.
King almost made
Dude, look at that movement.
I know. That's the flights movement. That's what you know. Some players don't like learning. Unlucky.
Some players, huh?
Yep. You'd be surprised how much of a like issue that is amongst a lot of different players.
Yeah.
Nobody else, but already they've managed to delay.
Oh, he's dead. You might as well keep
oh,
running.
man.
Just
What is
completely
that?
blinded by the paranoia. Most has come out with a tasty couple of assists there.
They did the old Hector fast, except they didn't go.
Oh.
He just stood there. Oh, close.
Wait, but they throw. Dude, 3v1 and they just both peek and die. Again.
30 HP and a nade.
It's like, I don't know. The overheat in this game is crazy.
Yeah, I think it's just lack of discipline. Look at the time on the clock, right? You know you have 3 alive. There's no reason not to move, right?
Like
that guy probably
or
rotated
something.
or is playing B. You could, but like, isn't it just safer to go back out?
Just give him the plant, if nothing else.
Like
I
the
think
pivot is
people-
safer. Yeah. Oh no.
What the silver?
It's nerves. You know who was nervous yesterday? Zest from, well, sorry, from DRX.
That was 2 days ago, right?
Whenever. Bro, he missed. If you look at the first 5 rounds on Ascent, he missed his fade lineups like 3 times. One time, it like bounced off a wall and hit him in his face.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
So it's just nerves, you know what I mean? Like they're not thinking clearly.
EU brain over here, just owning.
What a and then this is what you're talking about right here. But they have time to go away. Like, there's no reason
Look,
not
it's a
to
5v3
repivot.
right here. Forsaken randomly swings alone, runs through a smoke, by the way, which forces the Astra to also peek. For, I mean, I guess he kind of has to. And they just throw the 3v1.
They're right back in this game. They might be right back in the lead. PRX have to take an eco, but
Throw his own fake. If he would have stuck it,
Well, that's the thing. It's an eco in
he
terms
might. I mean, Boaster saw him get off because he shot at him when he
They don't
jumped
play
in,
the
right?
map control
But
game as much as they should, I think.
One of them has already had impact in the Tour de Force. You got a showstopper.
too biased as far as what?
Maybe that'll play a part. Luckily for
The
Fnatic,
smoke got
they do have
mollied?
their rest,
Yeah, but
so Enzo's gonna be back online.
certainly the Astra that was stairs goes back to sight. They got the
A good game,
chamber
though.
instead of
Oh, look,
running
in the
forward is
nitro, in the
back.
pop dog spot, just
I'll tell you
holding
what,
on
there was a
attack.
moment where I'm thinking Jing's about to pop that shot.
Don't
It's a good
go
lurk.
up.
It's a good
But
lurk
it
if
is
he doesn't
great.
die.
Steaming into
Yeah,
B main,
don't go
looking
up.
for
Get
Phil
on the
guaranteed
box and
to
chill.
get
There you go. But
Yeah,
or, this is off
I
anyway.
could
It's fine.
see him hovering the key, man. I saw it, but he
There's no
decided
need for
against it.
that.
Probably the right call, resetting and allowing this Tour de Force to get a second lease of life.
The moment they get pressure, swing.
It's right outside this A side.
Let's go, guys. There you go. Beautiful. Now go. Beautiful. There you go. Let's go, Boaster.
Comes the A split.
Now that is very good discipline.
What is this Astra ult though?
Yeah, that Astra ult
Like,
actually screwed them over.
What
Look at
is
it,
this?
screwed them over.
Did
They
he
come to the
misclick
wall.
it? Did they try to do like a line?
I
Or
don't
it's a
know,
fake
but it
wall to go B, I guess.
it kind of worked out though. Fnatic got kind of caught as soon as they came out the wall by Chamber.
I know it's
And now
Mind
look-
Freak's
oh,
wall.
there
They're
it
on
is.
attack, so that's the wall they use.
And look at the Omen.
There's
Oh,
defense. Never mind.
let's go, man. He is having such a great round. Yep.
Wait, I'm trolling. That was the defense wall.
Yeah, I know. But it wasn't a great wall because he gave them a lot of space on the sides because they can like go into that cubby by the door. But it didn't matter
Yeah.
because like you know how we used to make a line all the way across so that like the
Oopsie.
moment you broke the top of the stairs, that's when you got the
Did you
thing.
hide? No,
They didn't do that.
man.
They did it like almost at the bottom of the stairs.
Fold.
I think it's kind of
How about that?
I haven't seen it either, but
Dodging the reveal around behind
Double?
the boxes and
Double?
Durkin now with an up in hand gets that extra shot off.
bro, look at
Finds the kill
Boaster,
and
man.
just
Bro,
to
he's
secure the
having an
round.
insane
Left
round,
Forsaken
man.
with absolutely
And now they're
no
not gonna
chance
think
to
it.
get out.
He's coming
I
out
gotta
and he
kill
comes
Forsaken
out.
here.
Hold them in. Bear in mind they lost every player in the last round.
Dude,
So
what a
any
fucking
cost that
round,
can be
bro.
caused
That
will
round
actually
deserves a
affect
VOD review.
Fnatic.
We'll accept that excuse.
That
Yeah,
round,
no, I'm
I
old,
feel
man,
like,
my bad.
especially Omen players
Even
need to
though
go
with
back and
most
study
of
that
those
round.
Pistols that were put into play, okay, there was a couple of ults on the other side invested. You still have to bear in mind there is a
That was
no
a
command, a
sick
short
shot.
Hell
shot,
yeah. I'm gonna show
and
that.
now the
Hold on, I'm
rifles and an
gonna message
operator on the
Anderson.
other side going into this round, whereas
Who is
Fnatic had to
Anderson?
burn almost everything.
Andy, he's an old player on DZ. He's an Omen.
As well, the fact that you get that tag
Oh,
going on
sounds
right
familiar.
away. Oh my god, yeah, you see
Yeah,
him.
he's
Not too happy
a
about
pretty
how
good
that
player.
round played out for sure. But yeah, seeing the
But
tag
he was
down, the
like
suppression
one of the better
immediately and the
Omens
fallback for Forsaken,
in
he's still
NA.
able to set up to reposture into that fight. As
Yeah, Hector, I got a
Alpha
question
up
for
on
you.
the wall. It was,
Yes, sir.
An
You're-
unexpected duel, I think, even for
You,
Alpha. He
maybe
thought
your
he had
sister,
that
ever played
extra grace
Barbies when
period
y'all were
of a
younger?
second or so to get up there, fire off a few shots, and instead
Actually, no.
we found out
My
that
sister
he
used to
fired
play
from
with
his
like
pulse.
Teletubbies. I used to play with like action figures like normal.
Somebody in my someone in my chat asked, do you remember? I can't think. I can't remember. What was Barbie's boyfriend's name?
And then Forsaken's able to get away, and that's where everything gets
Oh,
super
I have no
dangerous.
idea.
PRX are gonna take
You don't
calls,
remember either?
And I can
Nope.
understand why. This game is getting
She had a
scarily
boyfriend?
close. They've
Yeah.
gone into Fnatic
You ever
Isn't
heard
that-
like the Barbie
But
song?
they're kids though. No.
No. You
Oh
never heard-
yeah, I'm a Barbie girl and a Barbie girl,
Yeah.
whatever that one. Yeah, no,
I
don't
can't think
know.
of the. There's a
Fnatic's
lyric
starting
though
to
that
step, starting to
says
win some big
her
clutch
boyfriend's
moments,
name. I just
and
can't
those
think
are the
about
moments
it.
that could
I can
define
Google it
this
real quick.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, they've got that lead right
I can't
now.
show it on stream, so.
But, taking a look at where things are at economically, certainly shaky ground.
Got
An
you.
operator for Durka. One of the main things.
Just looking up the lyrics now.
And it's
I'm just wondering what
Yeah,
what
no,
her
it's
boyfriend's
crazy.
name
Like
is.
you
I
said, coming
can't.
out of previous round though, they lost so many players. They survived the previous with was it Nobody?
I don't care
Oh,
about the
I
lyric.
love you, Ken. That's literally the last line of
No,
the
the one
song.
before.
Ken.
The one before
Ken.
was nobody. Yeah, 'cause
Nobody.
most
Can
of
these
them
nuts
died
fit in
over
that
time.
mouth,
So
boy?
your economy is just in such a
You're so
Bro,
dumb.
I cannot believe you fell for it for
Dog.
that long, dude. That was like
Yo,
that was the longest one I think I've ever got.
bro. I mean, you stay committed to the like. I
You got,
appreciate
I
you
mean,
asking
at
on
that point
but
you
you're-
got it full
you're a
commit. I mean,
child,
it's
though,
taking
bro. Get
so
outta here.
long.
No way, man. Dude's asking me about Barbies, bro. I'm from the Bronx. Like,
And what? That, just because you're
we
from
can
the Bronx?
afford Barbies? What you mean? That's like the most expensive child's toy for girls, I think.
That's a spike on the
Anyways, yo, I got, I did the,
but he has to go on
I
a
have the math
retrieval
for you.
mission.
68% worldwide.
Yeah, you're peeking right into this op.
Teams
Thank
that
you.
go up 4-0.
We'll just say
Or
69
60.
because it's a funnier number.
True. You can say 69, that's fine.
That's 68 point something, right?
Yeah, yeah. If I did the command correctly, the Curie, then yes. So, in other words, you go up 4-0, you should win the darn map.
Yeah. Thanks.
Unless
that
you're
was, that was for
undefeated.
my own personal benefit, so I can tell it to stream later. I appreciate that.
No problem, bro. Anytime.
Meanwhile, they're letting them do all this. These little mind games
You know
and
what you
so
should
on,
do
and
now?
okay,
You should literally have a thing on your stream when you play
Kaido winning that duel
The-
versus Enzo.
If we,
and check your win rate
Yeah.
at 4-0 in the worlds.
what
Just to show how bad your teammates sometimes can be.
Cap.
Oh, man.
What's happening here?
You're like, guys, we should win this 70% of the time. Why is my win rate at 30 when we're up 4-0?
Wait, Fnatic, hold.
Turning it back into that 2v2 scenario. Looking to try and swing into
Oh, that is actually awesome. I am so curious now of what your win rate is in a week.
To turn this around, the first goes his way, but Mind Freak will drop him. Once again, we go 9-9, but I guess considering they...
Certainly in that 1v1, you don't just randomly peek Mind Freak there when you have a Sheriff and he's on lane. You wait for him to drop, right? Or at least I do.
Look, I'm not gonna lie, you know better than me. You're the one-on-one clutch master. Yeah, I don't know.
It shouldn't have even got there because Durka missed like the easiest shot.
That's true. And Benkai went
off. Say the line,
but,
Hector. I think we have a game on our hands here.
Hell yeah. Durka should never have missed that shot. You're right. They just showed the replay.
Free. Yeah, it was free, right?
Wow. Yes, sir. He doesn't miss that shot. That is unlucky.
He's 16.
What do you do when you're a player? I don't know how often this has happened to you in your career. When you're literally playing a game against a good team and you cannot hit a shot. Like, what goes through your mind and how do you like figure out how to have
most
impact?
Of these pros are just sitting there thinking, man, what is VLR.gg forums gonna say about me if I go 0-15? I better step it up. For me, what do I care? I was old. I have an excuse if I go 0-15. These guys are probably minimized. They probably get their phone and check VLR mid-matches sometimes.
Oh, we know that's true, actually.
Yeah, there was somebody who did that.
Yeah, we know that is true.
Gets another one eventually. He's put in the dirt, but he's done enough. His teammates.
That's another Sabrosa, by the way.
I don't know how Jings managed to keep them alive in this one, but still that heartbeat.
That flash is so good, man.
This is a close one.
D4, man. I mean, Forsaken won the round with the B main kill.
What are you thinking?
If that guy stays alive, they win. But he kind of trolled by peeking. But it is what it is.
I'll see you guys in a bit. I'm gonna go get 2 kills. By the way, neither.
Oh, but seriously though, how do when you can't hit the broadside of a barn?
Yeah.
What adjustments do you make as a player to sort of like figure out how to have impact in a different way?
It's the same thing with like in ranked. If you're just playing bad and you're like a duelist, you just like focus more on like your positioning, drop guns for your teammates, focus on your comms more than just running around getting kills. In a team environment, it's probably a little bit different because you have strats that you kind of have to do. But dude, PRX is doing the same shot with a pistol, same thing. And
isn't that the Vision Strikers just without a jet?
I mean, this is it's way different because they have the fade dart landing. They have the suck back in back here where Astra is right now.
I mean, it's more util, but it's sort of the same theory. It's a B crunch.
It's just a tiles push with a laser or a jet. Yeah.
This is nice though. That back smoke is actually not bad.
I mean, look, he couldn't even get the bomb there. He was afraid of going into.
Look at Forsaken up cap. What the? This team can't even leave their spawn.
Left-handed V model.
Yeah, unlucky, man.
Wait, why did Mind Freak suck a star back there and let him get the... Okay, I guess they're falling back anyway, doesn't matter.
Yeah. This is, in my opinion, the optimal play here. Trying to get this bomb is too greedy.
They're stuck in, bro, they're stuck in spawn at 30 seconds left and they can't move anywhere.
Now you back up, now you rotate over. Yep, look at the top of the map.
Oh, that's a good smoke.
Look at the rotation over.
That is a good smoke.
All right, Jing is kind of just overheating here. He's not actually supposed to do this, but
oh my god.
Yeah, you're supposed to shade over. You're like, okay, it's like 30 seconds left. They can't really rotate A. If they do, the A guy that's
just
in A main can just stuff them.
Like blocked. I mean, if they peek on the right, you'll get blocked anyway. But
yeah, Jing is feeling himself. He doesn't care. Like F this, bro.
We're gonna need Enzo to step it up. Poor Enzo,
we're gonna need
him right
to
there.
get out of their spawn, bro.
Yeah, I mean it was their eco, right? Or...
No, I know. Yeah, I'm just being a douche.
Now some of the rest of the swings, he is actually a madman still. But
he's doing like the self fist bump. I want to see Forsaken just like literally self fist bump every round, you know? Not do this little like I don't know what he's doing, like some sussy kind of movement, but all good.
But how can a pro
Yo, by the way,
team
there was
lose
someone on the
last
Leviathan
time?
yesterday.
Come on,
I don't know
you
if
can
you,
hear it. He's done
like, I know you watched the
already,
match,
it's
but,
because, yeah, like you said, there's so many other things for them to worry about.
Melser
There's the blast pack.
Dude, he was
is a
sick.
mini U.
Yeah.
With the amount of clutch, bro, he's a mini U.
Dude,
I
he
was thinking of
sick
you yesterday.
yesterday.
That's why I hit you up, because I was like, bro, this guy's basically Hiko. He's a new Hiko. How many times
almost
did he
got
bail
grouped,
his team
though.
out
I
in
don't
one?
know. That was close.
I mean,
They should have lost. Let's be real.
Right, but look who they're playing against.
Yeah, true.
You know?
Even then.
Oh, come on, man.
Oh my gosh.
It was 11-6, and I'm here like, guys, don't worry. They're gonna. Don't worry.
I can't believe Durka missed that kill. That was free for him.
He's certainly not having the type of game that we expect.
The wide.
Because he's way too good.
Alone.
Yeah. They got 37 seconds. If they're going to rotate, they have to rotate now. Nope. They're
Wait,
not.
that's another Sabrosa.
Yep. That is another Sabrosa.
That's 4 ults, 0 kills.
That's a different wall. You remember how we used to have the Great Wall of China? That one is like a vertical version of this.
Wait, are they throwing though? Fnatic?
Certainly not. Oh, no.
4v1 into 2v1 because two
I
people
know.
felt like peeking just for
They
the
got this though.
lulz.
They got this though. They got this though. This is a
I
good
don't
setup.
know.
No, there's another 1-on-1.
All right, now it's a 1v1. Literally.
You got to get the bomb to half. You got to get it to half. There's nothing you can do.
Pinged up by the horns.
Oh, I am
Bro.
done. I'm going to shut up and not talk anymore.
I don't understand
no idea.
how rounds and how players just throw man-up advantages. And they
Lack of communication.
I don't
Straight up,
get
it's
it.
lack of communication and lack of situational awareness. They're playing against the clock here. PRX.
It happens so much.
He has to tap bomb. Hide. They got 2 people out in the open. So Boaster is assuming someone has heaven. That's why I'm saying it's communication. He dies for free because he's assuming we have 4 guys. We got 1 guy watching heaven. No, you got 1 hell. And you got 1 behind you watching A main.
Dude, this just looks. Oh man, that's a tilt timeout. That's like
Yeah.
I don't even know.
I mean, they have no choice. They have to time out.
The old 100
Yeah, but that's just lack of
1v1,
communication
true.
and lack of
I get
tactical awareness.
I get to be
literally
hindsight
just
Andy,
have to
though,
wait
now.
45 seconds. I don't know what they're doing.
That's like one of those rounds where if everybody sits in a corner and takes their hand off their keyboard and just has control of their mouse,
That's it. They win.
It's impossible for them to lose.
I agree. I agree. And you know, you've won so many things like that, and it's because they troll. Half the time, half of your big clutches and moments were because they troll. Like that
The Gambit
1v3
one?
versus Gambit to win the game. Come
Yeah.
on, you know better than
Where
anybody.
Defo is just running at me, holding W, jumping with his off, and yeah.
Right, like
Yeah.
there's no way you win that if they just hold the bomb diffuser. Like,
But
you
but
can't
that's the
win.
thing. It's not just like this. It's every team does that. I don't know if it's just like the nerves and these young. I was talking to
No, that's
Josh
exactly what it
yesterday, and I said to Josh, I think it's like these younger players just get so antsy and like ADHD, and they can't just sit still, and they want to just end the round fast. Wait, you have the B push? No. Yes.
This is so funny.
No. Yes.
Deliver the
no.
gun. Deliver the gun.
No. Not like this. 5 HP.
I don't know why.
Special delivery.
Why would you call an aggressive play after a team calls a timeout? It's their turn. They call the timeout because they have something in mind. You don't know what they have in mind.
I don't think
Unless
it's that
you
bad,
do it.
actually. I actually disagree.
I hate that. I hate that. But you and me are different. That's true.
Yeah. I mean, it's
We
like a
didn't always
CS
agree.
thing where
Yeah.
if a team calls a timeout, you know they're going to be doing something. Usually they don't just call a timeout just to hold for a minute.
Right.
So pushing and breaking them with this sick strat that they have is. I think the KO mistimed his flash, obviously, right? Because if the Raze didn't
Right.
get flashed by it, he kills 1, possibly even 2. Ooh.
I just think with 3 rounds to go, you have so many rounds, right? Like,
Yes.
I think it's you almost
can't
let
TP
them make
here.
the mistakes. Because
He can't TP
I think my
this,
personal
though,
philosophy comes from Blade, right? It's
'cause
like
his TP is here.
more than likely,
So if he pushes through and TPs, he's
the
dead.
team that's gonna
That's the
win
problem.
every round is the team that makes the least amount of mistakes when teams are good, right?
Yeah.
If a team has a strat that they drilled, it's more likely they'll make a mistake when they're nervous than when they're calm, right? So it's like they have to win this round. If there's ever a chance that they're going to fuck something up, it's going to be now. So the odds are,
I don't know.
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's tough. You can't hindsight Andy both sides. You make a good point. But, like, in general, that's why you never heard me after a timeout go, yo, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do, like, you know, 5-man put or, like, some set execute. I hated that because it just, I don't know. I think I just got that from Blade and I never changed.
Well, it's also just like you're also playing a European team. You know they're not going to do anything fast. I mean, they just they hold for the first minute every run still, first 35, 40. So I don't know, it's worked for them in the past.
Yeah.
But now their money is looking tight, and they're forcing instead of playing for the last
win.
round.
Yep. They're going to try to win now, which I agree with. I don't agree with at all.
I don't either. I think they save and get a huge buy next round instead of this weird.
Yep. And if they're lucky, like they can also kind of like, you know, maybe save a couple guns themselves and then like not have to worry about it.
Alrighty.
Because you could play to contain this round and shit.
Towards
Like
B,
maybe get lucky
coming in hot.
and just die when the bomb is planted.
5 towards
I'm
B.
also surprised they're not gambling here.
That's a huge kill.
Yep.
They wasted dog and flash just for him. His TPs.
Oster is a menace
And the
mid,
mollies
man.
it too. Oh my gosh.
And they're gonna peek again,
They're
bro.
just-
How
they're just-
many ones? 3 1-on-1-on-ones, man.
Just the hard overheat on 4
Stop,
different people, 3
yo.
different people. The KO was unexcusable. The chamber, I mean, whatever. He's trying to even it.
Yeah.
30 seconds left.
If that was Sentinels, all of them are dead. You remember how many times we died through smokes, bro? Because Shazam or somebody else is gonna freaking shoot through that. He had them lined up. If he sprays there, that
Bro,
shit is over.
Certainly in this 2v5 you save because you know you're not going to have money for last round. Like, why are we just inting our lives away in a 2v5? Your money is awful. You're going to have nothing for next round anyway. Just save.
Same reason that... So you mentioned earlier about like the young people and like sort of like why they throw so many rounds and stuff. It's because of practice. And I'd say here, it's because they don't practice the economic parts of the game when they scrim. So when they're in tournaments, they don't even realize that this is a financial decision they have to make now. Oh shit, we have to save. But it's because they don't practice this. Like the amount of young people I'm around now from Valorant that are like the rank demons that have no idea about like the economics of this game is hilarious. It's like they don't even know when they should save, or like when they should play contain.
Needs to live.
Yeah.
And he should be good.
And he's
Never mind,
peeking.
He's peeking.
Oh,
He dies. Bro, what in the actual? It makes me like angry watching.
I know.
Watching this stuff happen.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is why you shouldn't have retired. You'd be farming these people right now. Man.
I don't know about that, but it makes me
I
angry
know about
seeing
that. You'd be farming.
I don't understand, man. Like, look at their buy now. They have like.
Are you doubting the frenzy?
Well,
do you remember
3 players on light shields, a frenzy on
Hiko
Bankai
farm?
final round to have.
I don't know,
It's not
buddy.
ideal, but Jing's gone. He's sending it again. The reveal's huge.
Wait.
Jing's got 2. That play has been teased
There's
again
no
and
way.
again. And finally, PRX get the success out of it. Couldn't be a better round for it. Now
Okay, 4v3.
disadvantages,
How do we throw
well, they
this
don't look so
round if
bad when
you're
you've got
PRX? Let's see.
4v3.
Maybe that's mean to say. I want PRX to win, so don't throw this round.
This is the one time it's properly paid.
I'm very curious as to what Boaster's gonna call.
It's a 12-11.
Looks like he's setting up for
Again, we're gonna
a mid
see
This
play,
is the
right?
call
Like,
for Boaster. Guys, these guys peek everything.
Try,
Let's just
wait,
stay together,
patiently
walk
watch
around.
to see if
They will
anybody's
peek
gonna
us.
get
We will
aggressive
kill them. We
on
will win
this
the round, take it to overtime, and PRX will choke.
corner to
Not wrong.
logs.
Not wrong.
Here it comes. They're all gathering together. Who's first to peek?
Control on A as well. It's only
Forsaken
really
dies first,
that has any
then
gaps.
Mind Freak,
That's
then it's a 2v3.
particularly by Bankai every once in a while.
It's hard to imagine
Stop
what goes their
binxing.
way. Forsaken's
Sorry.
able to TP back to the B side.
Here it comes.
Mind Freak,
It's about to happen.
trade.
Chamber
set
ult.
up on site with his teammate, and they've already got the advantage, but this relies on Forsaken getting something done, and this is
Whoa.
That's the first blunder right there.
Little bit of information
Yeah.
to play with.
Pessimistic Andy.
So now they know.
Oh, it's so good of PRX to not even move though.
He did
I
this
know.
many times in the past. He's had the success before.
Problem is,
Look at
Benkai
Omen.
only has a pistol.
Yeah, but
Doesn't
matter. You know?
Why is the AK
Wait,
not
Ghoster
first?
gets a freebie or?
Remains in Fnatic's hands, but they've only got 10 seconds to get it planted. They're
Yeah,
closing
he's
in on
going
the
to
site.
right now.
That smoke actually allows
No,
them
why
to
is this- why are we
jump in.
jumping? They actually want to lose. They don't want to win. I'm telling you.
No way.
Chance, Foster.
Forsaken gets the
Okay,
luckiest
2v1.
headshot of his life.
Now it's left on to Enzo.
Okay, now it's like
From him
you
thus
either
far.
gather
Needs to try and
or.
isolate one of these
He saw him. He saw him. He saw him. He saw him.
Facing the other way. He's heard that window broken.
So he gonna
Looks to
reflank.
try and
He doesn't have
wrap
time.
Nah, he
behind him,
can't.
knowing that both
He has arrow
players
this still.
coming through this door, waiting
Yeah,
for
he
that
does.
initial
He's about to
fight,
use
and
it
he
now.
finds
He's gonna throw it
Mind
over,
Freak
right?
Once
Yep.
again left into the clutch. Even gonna tap.
He gets
once
the
that
half
spike
though for
is back.
sure.
He's looking to try and stick it at least halfway.
You heard him
The
drop, I
Haunt
think,
has given
yeah.
him away, and it's a rematch from before.
Wow.
Once again,
Dude, PRX
Mind
did their
Freak is
best to
gonna
not
win.
win that round.
This
though.
was Ascent Leviathan the last 6 rounds.
Yeah.
Yo.
Dude, I thought we were about to get. I thought we were about to get a deep overtime again, like that match, where they just throw after throw.
Foundation of this team, keeping them
Yo.
standing in that first
Dude, why do you
round. They
think?
have stolen
Why do you think it happened?